One Texas Tech student organization protested against using these four-legged animals for medical studies. We'll tell you what the public thinks about this experiment that's happening right here on campus.
Plus, it was once considered a leading health problem in America. We find out what young adults do to help minimize this issue.
And soon will be the start of a new year and semester here at Texas Tech. Students are encouraged to not only get in, but also get involved on campus. We have that story coming up.
From the College of Mass Communications on the campus of Texas Tech University, this is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for this edition of MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Bryan Macias.
And I'm Caleigh Aycock. Lubbock is no stranger to unsavory weather conditions, and during these winter months, Texas Tech Police Department tells everyone to take extra precaution on campus. The police department works with the National Weather Association and DPS to provide information on Lubbock road conditions. To receive emergency notifications from the campus alert system, you can register online at the university's website.
Texas Tech registered for 35,000 doses of the H1N1 vaccine. Director of Student Health Services say these vaccines may arrive in December or January. While it's limited in the United States, the first H1N1 vaccines will be given to pregnant women, children, the elderly, and healthcare workers. Since young adults are not on that priority list, Tech has come up with new ways to fight the contagious virus.
We purchased little hand sanitizers, we've made little bookmarks that talk about what they need to do to stay safe and to, if they get sick, what to do, if they need food, where to call, if they need assistance, to call the residence hall offices, and then also to use this because our understanding is washing your hands constantly and utilizing some of the antibacterial that has alcohol in it is the best things you can do.
Public health officials say a good way to avoid getting sick is to get the seasonal flu shot at a local clinic.
Christmas break is coming up and many will be traveling on the road. Despite previous state driving law, passengers in the backseat of the vehicle, no matter their age, must wear a seatbelt. The law also extends the restriction on child safety seats. Children ages 5 to 8 or under 4 feet 9 inches are now required to be in a booster seat. Both laws are in the warning stage. Official citations will be issued for either license until June 1st of 2010.
No one likes to pay parking tickets on campus, but this holiday season, students can bring toys instead of money to pay off their citations. Toys for Tickets is a campaign developed by University Parking Services to support a local nonprofit organization.
Toys for Tickets is a great idea that we came up with a few years ago. We partnered with the Marines Toys for Tots program, and essentially what it is if you have a citation outstanding, you don't have to pay it. You bring in a new unwrapped toy and the receipt that is equal or greater than the value of your citation, and you don't have to pay your citation.
In addition to paying tickets, entry booths on campus and boxes placed in the Student Union building are also collection centers for donated toys.
Kicking off this holiday season, the Junior League of Lubbock hosts several events to help give back to the community.
This year we're supporting our Food to Kids program, which is a Junior League program that sends home healthy snacks with kids on the weekends that might not otherwise eat all week until they got back to school.
The chairman of Junior League says all proceeds of the holiday happening events are donated to the city of Lubbock, and the organization has raised more than $4 million over the past 30 years.
Purchasing cats for medical studies. It's an experiment that's drawing much public criticism for Texas Tech Health Sciences Center. MCTV's Andrea Brewster finds out what community members think about this issue.
We don't participate in anything like that. Our animals, we're here to find homes for them. We basically adopt out companion animals. So we don't have any agreements with any companies, any hospitals, anything like that. There's the argument they're going to be euthanized anyway. Again, I'm on that fence there. We try to treat these animals with kindness in their last few days here.
They pretty much collapse their lungs. It's called needle decompression. So they shove a needle into their lungs to collapse their lungs and see how it affects them. And also they do intubation, which is shoving a tube down their esophagus. TTU Health Science Center claims that the cats are anesthetized, but in order to do a proper intubation, the person cannot be anesthetized because you're not going to knock somebody out when you're trying. Realistically, a person has to have a gag reflex, and so that's why you can't anesthetize a person or the cat.
Still to come, this common problem does not discriminate against age, gender, and race. We'll take a look at how young adults are affected and how they deal with everyday stress.
And before we tell you how to get involved here on campus, we're going to show you why this group of tech students have a needle and thread in hand. That's coming up after the break.
After a car accident, Linda Davis needed CPR. Bill Hamilton needed temporary shelter when a fire destroyed his home. During an operation, Haley Reynolds needed a blood transfusion.
Excuse me, may I go into that room, please?
Next year, revenue growth again will be a focus of top priority.
Thank you for giving me blood.
Thank you for giving me shelter.
Thank you for saving my life.
Support the Red Cross and change a life, starting with your own.
I got no pulse, so losing him.
Charging. He's in VFib.
Shocking.
Drives that road all the time. Just had a few drinks. This can't be happening.
Are we clear?
Clear.
You just buzzed.
Just buzzed. You didn't tell us that, sir. You're right, this isn't happening. He'll be fine.
I feel good.
Really?
No, not really.
Buzz driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Shock him.
This financial advisor is being accused of committing one of the largest investment frauds in the history of the United States.
I guess we're not going to Aspen. That's fine. You see, I like tennis balls. He likes insider trading. So he's going to jail and I'm going to a shelter. And no, they're not the same thing. Shelters are for good pets that want to be adopted. Jails are for criminals. I've done nothing. Uh-oh. Okay, I stole a cheeseburger once. I'm a dog.
Thanks for joining us back here at MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Alex Ybarra.
And I'm Jennifer Smoak. Safety on campus is a concern for many students, and by using a blue light system and offering self-defense courses, Texas Tech Police Department works to improve student safety. Department Crime Prevention Coordinator says by policy, officers must respond to every blue phone, and by sending officers to all blue phone locations, they can ensure campus safety.
Texas Tech reaches a record high number in student enrollment this year. With more than 30,000 students, campus space becomes limited and may seem overcrowded at times. The hike in enrollment means university facility employees must come up with new solutions for a smooth operating system.
Every year, Tech's getting more and more students every year. We do got more stores opening up. You know, we had Sam's West open up. They're going to extend the Sam's that we have here. And they're coming up with different ways trying to accommodate for everybody to get in there.
The university is expecting another 10,000 students over the next decade. Faculty and staff say they hope for more drastic expansions and changes in the future.
Some college graduates may worry about having the right skills for their job, but what about the ability to work with co-workers from an older generation? Texas Tech University Career Services hosts a seminar to help students learn how to bridge the generation gap.
We are extremely dependent on your knowledge and technical expertise. Y'all been real world someday.
You also want to have the right attitude. It's not my job, they owe it to me. I think probably coming into any new job or new company or something like that, go with the flow.
Career Services staff encourages students to find a mentor to help fill the communication gap.
Hoodies, hats, jeans, and flip-flops are all just a few of the comfortable clothing articles students wear on campus. And in this hectic, time-demanding world, comfort is often chosen over style. But Director of Texas Tech Department of Design says it's possible to be both comfortable and stylish.
Boots and hoodie, baggy hoodie shirts with the skinny jeans or bootcut jeans. That's a common fashion trend this year.
Some students say that staying trendy in college is easy and takes just a little bit of effort.
With a needle, thread, and heavy machinery in their classroom, one group of Texas Tech students learned to create theater costumes. MCTV's Ann Liu pays a visit to their workshop.
Most courses require only a textbook and notes, but students in Texas Tech's theater department also need thread, a needle, and heavy machinery. Students enrolled in a costuming class are required to work 45 to 50 lab hours in the costume shop, located in the basement of the Laboratory Theater, which is connected to the Charles E. Majan Theater. Students working in the shop vary in theatrical concentrations. Junior Technical Theater Design major Joel Burkholder says he learns a lot, even though he is not a costume design major.
That I think is definitely going to be relative to what I want to do with my career. You know, it's possible like a TD or scene designer, lighting designer. I mean, when it comes to lighting design, you have to know, what kind of material you're going to light depending on how the light's going to affect it.
Many people are not familiar with the behind-the-scenes labor that go into producing a theater production. The costume shop is a full shop that produces professional quality costumes from start to finish for the department's 6 annual shows. Freshman theater arts major Caitlin Linden says she understands why working in the costume shop is required.
It's really important to understand how everything in theater works rather than just your concentrated area. Like if I just knew about acting, then I wouldn't be very versatile. I'm a theater major, so this is the costume shop, and obviously actors, deal with costumes. So I think it's cool to, be the actor and wear the costume, but also get to see the inner workings of it and really how the mechanics are, what goes into making a costume and just the whole process of it.
Also involved in the costume shop are student staff workers. Junior theater arts major Jenny Pete has been working in the shop for 1 year and says while it does have professional benefits, it can have personal ones too.
It really, I love working down here, and it makes me happy and it gives me experience, and it's really nice to have someone that I can talk to about certain problems since I do projects on my own time.
Linden says having professional and student staff down in the shop has made this a rewarding experience.
It's not intimidating. The people here are really nice and they know what they're doing, so it's good to work with them.
For MCTV, I'm Ann Liu.
We see it all the time in movies. They're dressed in white and hold swords in hand, and this sport is practiced right here on Texas Tech's campus. MCTV's Angela Farmer tells us more about this recreation.
Its history dates all the way back to ancient Egypt and Rome, once symbolized power and dignity. Today, it prevails through time and has become a popular form of expression.
It's really fun, it's really entertaining.
Once you're let go on your own, it's totally up to you. When you get good at it, you get a couple touches, you realize I just killed this guy 15 times, and it's a really good feeling.
At times, it can be daring for both the mind and body.
Fencing is much more athletic than people think it is, so out of shape people come in thinking it's going to be an easy sport to do, and it really isn't. You fencers are very much so in shape.
Those who undertake the challenge say they consider it both a sport and a form of art.
A very artful sport. It's been described as physical chess. The sport, obviously, just because it is a sport. The art form is because it originated as an art. It's inspired ballet. Ballet was inspired by fencing.
Though some might not think of it as a fundamental way of life, fencing is becoming more popular in modern culture. And here on the Texas Tech campus, you may discover fencing weapons such as the foil, epee, and saber at the Student Recreational Center. Through thousands of years of transformation, modern fencing consists of many distinctive rules and body techniques.
So arm first, kick this foot out, throw the arm back.
The lunge is a basic attack move taught to those who are new to fencing. The Double T Fencing Club practices here at the Student Rec Center twice a week. Team members welcome all new fencers. No experience is needed.
So what is the hype about this pastime?
It's a good workout. It's fun. Get to poke people, and it's good stress reliever.
When I was really little, I used to watch JOUR all the time. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. It's hard to explain. I really just love fencing. There's that kind of guy fascination with swords, and and sword fighting, you know, that movie, you know, fascination.
The Double T Fencing Club members say the organization competes in tournaments with other universities across the state. They also encourage those who have not yet encountered this recreation to come and challenge. Reporting for MCTV, I'm Angela Farmer.
Still ahead in our health segment, it's common for college students to juggle between school and work. So what happens when they are overloaded?
And on the other hand, if you want to be more involved here on campus, we have some leads that might help find the right student organization for you. That story later on MCTV Weekday Update.
You were the last to be born in a family of 7 brothers. That's why you had to sleep on the 7th bunk bed and you developed vertigo. And that's why you couldn't become a pilot and you had to study engineering. You patented 367 inventions, but only 3 made it to market. The clap clap candle, the lazy runners, and the frit and go. That's why you don't have an apartment on the 16th floor, and you have it on the 5th. But that's where you met Carmen. After 237 dates, you finally proposed. With her, you had 3 children. The 4th ended up being a dog. It's not the same, but he adores you. Numbers change your life. That's why you should take control of your credit score by keeping your credit card balances low. For more tips, visit numberschangeyourlife.org.
Thanks. You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry. Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I'm lucky. Let me help you with that. I get to do something I love. It has nothing to do with touchdowns or titles. Everybody bring it in. I get to play a part in the life of someone just starting out. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Welcome back to our health segment of MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Teresa Barajas.
And I'm Nicole Garza. For some people, being a full-time college student can be stressful enough. But what about those who are both full-time student and part-time job employee? MCTV's Angela Farmer finds out how those students manage their time and stress.
Final exams are still several weeks away, but that doesn't stop one student from preparing early to take on her upcoming busy schedule. Dominique Francois is a junior psychology major at Texas Tech. Along with hitting the books at the library, she also makes another pit stop at the Mind Body Lab, located in the Student Wellness Center.
Because of work and school, it's a little stressful, especially because it's just past midterms and almost like finals week. And so I've been kind of stressed out about it, and a few of my friends told me about this.
This is a breath pacer. You can use that the way you did butterfly. And over here you have the course of the race.
The Mind Body Lab, a part of Tech's Student Counseling Center, uses biofeedback technology to help students cope with stress.
It gives you feedback basically on your heart rate and your skin conductance, and those are indicators of the physiological symptoms of anxiety. And with the breathing exercise that we teach, you can reduce those symptoms.
According to the American Institute of Stress website, Time magazine's cover story from June of 1983 declares stress as the #1 leading health problem in America. The website also states that stress can cause depression, anxiety, heart attacks, stroke, immune system disturbance, and increased vulnerability to infections. And for those who are both a full-time college student and a part-time job employee, stress may slowly creep into their daily lives.
I can't really study as much, and so it's kind of stressful thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm going to be able to study.
Staff psychologists here at the Texas Tech Student Counseling Center say the Mind Body Lab is just one option for students to turn to. The center offers other programs as well to help students reduce stress.
We have group therapy, we have individual therapy, we offer couples counseling, and we also offer psychoeducational workshops.
Since final exams are approaching, some students find other ways to help minus stress.
I'll play video games with my brother, go play tennis.
Although side effects of stress may differ from one individual to another, psychologists urge students to take advantage of all the different health services here at the university. Reporting for MCTV, I'm Angela Farmer.
The Burkhart Center for Autism has been at Texas Tech for more than 4 years. It teaches students who live with autism the skills necessary for everyday life. The academy has 12 students enrolled.
Like for my son, for instance, it's the hands of me as his mother, it's the hands of his father, it's the hands of his teachers, his occupational therapist, his speech therapist. It takes all of those hands working together to help individuals living with autism.
The center also hosts an annual fundraiser in April, a Walk for Autism Awareness.
Pulling all-nighters or staying up late may be pretty common among college students, especially around final exams. Staff psychologists at Texas Tech Student Counseling Center are offering workshops that educate students on sleep habits.
I think a lot of the things that we talk about in the sleep class, not too many people think about. So for instance, exercising before you go to bed. I think a lot of people might run late at night or go to the rec late at night. Actually, that's going to really make it difficult to go to sleep because your body gets charged up.
Counseling psychologists also say the best advice for good sleep habits is to take it more seriously and have respect for sleep.
Since many students stay up late at night to study for exams, they may turn to alternative sources for energy. Caffeine is a widely used stimulant, and intake in moderation can be beneficial. For an average person, this means 3 cups of coffee or 1 cup of coffee plus 6 to 8 sodas in one day. But medical physicians also warn people about the dangers of too much caffeine.
The side effects of any stimulant is to make people feel jittery, irritable, heart race, blood pressure go up. Sometimes the muscles can get real tense, difficulty sleeping.
Dr. Bennett also mentions that on average, it takes about 6 hours for caffeine to leave the body. So the key is to try to avoid caffeine after 5 p.m.
Coming up, you don't have to have connections to get involved here on campus. We'll tell you more about the different student organizations at Texas Tech.
Plus, this piece of artwork caught many people's attention. We'll show you how one student added some life and color to what used to be just a blank wall.
Americans is struggling with hunger. Who's the 1 in 8 in your life? You can help today. Visit feedingamerica.org/1 in 8 to find your local food bank.
So, do you have any questions?
What is your soup of the day?
We have a mulligatawny soup.
Oh, do you have any specials?
We have a steak special today.
Oh, how's that cooked?
That's pan-seared and then...
Does it come with a side dish? Is it grilled? Can I have it steamed? So, what do you recommend? What kind of pie do you have? You're an actor. Aren't you from Ohio?
Any questions?
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.
The H1N1 flu virus is here.
So, don't waver.
Get moving. Don't wait.
Do it now. Don't vacillate or procrastinate.
Don't wait and say, I forgot.
The life you save could be your own.
Your roommate, your family, someone you know.
The time is now. Don't hesitate.
Don't blow it off.
Just vaccinate.
For all the people that you love,
log on and visit flu.gov.
Get your H1N1 flu vaccine today.
Together,
we can all fight the flu.
Global warming is a problem.
It's a problem.
I wanted to do something to become more energy efficient.
To protect the environment.
To protect the future.
So I turned to Energy Star for help.
Energy Star is helping me be part of the solution.
Everyone can join the fight against global warming. Go to EnergyStar.gov to learn what you can do.
Together,
we can all make a difference.
and welcome back. Aside from being a student at Texas Tech, many people may choose to join clubs where they can network and meet people who share similar interests.
MCTV's Jennifer Smoak takes a look at several different organizations here on campus.
When a student begins their journey at Texas Tech, they might find themselves asking various questions. How to get involved, whether or not to join an organization, what organizations are available, and the opportunities benefiting a student's future. Tech offers a variety of different organizations ranging from spirit squads to recruiting prospective students and future athletes to becoming a member of a group relating to one's major or joining a fraternity or sorority. Senior political science major Lindsay Shackelford has been a member of President's Select for the past 2 years, and she feels that with student enrollment increasing, it is especially important to be involved.
We are becoming such a large university that essentially if you don't get involved and you don't get out there and meet people and plug yourself in and do things, you're really not going to have a good experience here.
Former president of Panhellenic and current member of Chi Omega, Megan Robert, says going through the Greek system has benefited her future and opened a lot of opportunities to meet new people and create new contacts.
I think that when a student comes to college, it is what you make it. And to be involved in something, whether it's Greek Life or whether it's another student organization.
Robert says being the president of Panhellenic and a sorority member built her leadership and communication skills and taught her a lot about working with other people. Co-captain of Tech Palm, Holly DeHaan, says being a member of this squad has been a great opportunity and is teaching her a lot about herself.
School's really stressful and juggling Palm, it's a lot at the same time, but it's going to make me stronger in the long run, and I feel like it's taught me a lot about myself and how to deal with my time and manage it.
Robert says that when she came to Tech, she wanted to take a break after being so involved in high school, but now she finds her involvement to be worthwhile.
Because opportunities are endless. When you're involved, you meet so many new people, and you can just really grow as a person.
For more information on how to get involved on campus, contact the Advising Center in West Hall. For MCTV, I'm Jennifer Smoak.
With some pastels and a set of paintbrushes, this Texas Tech student transformed a blank wall into a masterpiece.
MCTV's Melissa Herms shows us the process of creating this piece of work.
When Texas Tech student Eric Stowe walked by a blank wall in the Student Union building, he saw a canvas and the opportunity to create art. With a set of pastels and no particular image in mind, Stowe created a masterpiece that caught the attention of students and staff. Although his first work was painted over, Stowe was asked to come back to produce another piece in the hopes of dazzling the sub. Administrator of Business Development for Hospitality Services at Tech, Alan Cushman, says the sub wants to draw attention to new expansions.
I hope it will just bring something a little bit brighter to the Student Union along the retail corridor. Again, combined with that, bring some interest to the Sam's store expansion.
With many observers looking on as he made the blank sub wall come to life, Stowe mixed colors and added new life to the building. Stowe says he does not experience colors the way everyone does. He is inspired almost every time he paints with them. But painting on drywalls is not the only place Stowe uses his creative imagination. Stowe has a wide range of artistic interests, including photography, modeling, and turning his home into an art expression. Stowe says he never starts to create with an image in mind. He simply allows his hands to do the work.
I feel like every time I paint a picture, I'm painting my future, I'm painting my present, and I'm painting my past. And in that, it's an escape.
Stowe is a senior public relations major, but says his future is unclear. Calling himself a visionary, Stowe says not knowing what lays ahead of him is most exciting. And although he is unsure of his career, Stowe says he will never give up his love for the arts.
Then I put a frame around it. Because the essence of every work of art is the frame.
Wow, Eric has a lot of talent. That was pretty impressive to watch.
He really does. I actually got to watch him paint it, and I really enjoyed it. It would make a great Christmas present.
Yeah, definitely. What are your plans for Christmas?
I'm actually going to stay in Lubbock. It's where I'm from, and celebrate with my family. What about you?
I'll be going home to El Paso to family also.
Great.
Yeah. And that's all the time we have for this edition of MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Bryan Macias.
And I'm Caleigh Aycock. For more updates, please visit our website at texastechtoday.com. Thanks for watching this semester. We hope you've had a great one and have a great holiday.